Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. I'm so excited to be here. I have done a number of videos about my weight loss journey, advice, tips, changes. I've done a bunch of them, so I'm excited to do another one today. But if you're interested, please feel free to check out those videos as well. My journey really started a few years ago. My last weight loss journey started a few years ago. For those of you that are new, I'm 5'7", so I got up to 210 pounds about 2 or 3 years ago, and it was the heaviest I had ever been. I was so uncomfortable in my body. I was so uncomfortable in the spaces that I occupied, and I just knew I needed to make a change. And so I really am excited to just go over the things that I look back on, and I'm just really happy of the habits that I built. So yeah, let's get right into it. And before we even start, I wanted to start with this. I had looked into Ozempic, semaglutide in the past. I did research on Google, and it's something that I thought that I wanted to do, and I didn't end up doing it. So I totally understand people that are on weight loss medication. I totally get it. And I don't want this video to come off and seem like it is shaming you, because I do understand. But if you're someone that is very open to doing it naturally, or maybe is deciding if you want to pick natural or medication, this video just might be for you. So getting into point number one is you just learn how to be more disciplined. I've always struggled with eating. Eating is the thing that is the hardest for me. And so I always felt like whenever I was eating, I had to finish all the food that was on my plate. Ever since I was really a kid, I always felt like I had to eat everything that was in front of me. I really just struggled with just learning how to put my fork down. I just really struggled with that. Doing this naturally has been really, really tough, but it's been something that's helped me in the long run. I no longer see an entire plate of food and feel like I have to devour the entire thing. And even living by myself, I still was eating everything that I made. I really rarely had leftovers, and I wasn't like cooking for one. I was cooking for enough people, maybe like 2 at times, maybe a little more. And I just never felt like I could get enough food in. I just felt like a vacuum. And so doing this naturally has really allowed me to learn when I am full and when I do not need to continue eating. And I don't think I would have learned those things by taking a weight loss medication. I really don't believe I would have learned those things. And the second point into that about discipline is just movement. So when you're losing your, all the excess weight, your body, it most likely hasn't been moving for a while. I was a former athlete, so I was always moving. I was always consistently working out until I ended up getting injured and I stopped working out. I was no longer moving my body. And, by eating too much food and not moving anymore, it was just prone to happen. The weight gain was just going to happen. And now that I have gone through this journey and I've lost a significant amount of weight, I move all the time. If that's doing a walk, if it's weightlifting, intervals, I'm constantly trying to keep my body moving. And that's something that, I'm sure on medication I would have, tried to keep moving a little bit. But if I saw that I was losing weight and I didn't really need to move, I probably wouldn't have started into the habits of just working out again. So that's something that has been part of my discipline routine, but it's really, really helped me with keeping the weight off and losing more weight. Number 2, I really do feel like I would have missed out on the journey of the weight loss. By waking up every single day and really feeling like I had something extremely important to live for, which was regaining my mobility and the freedom of just feeling good, I don't think I would have felt like I was on this significant life journey like I do now if I was on the medication. And, you know, while it's really hard to go through, I mean, I'm still on my weight loss journey. I'm still trying to lose weight. I just do it at a slower pace. But while it's really hard to go through, I'm so proud of the hard work that I'm putting in, and seeing the progress and the weight coming off makes me so excited that I just want to keep going. And because I'm just so proud of myself, I feel like a whole new person with a whole new set of habits, discipline that I just didn't have before. And I'm just so proud of that. And I'm sure a lot of people that have been on a weight loss journey feel the same thing. I think that having that progress from so much hard work and so much discipline just makes me really excited to just keep going. And I'm just so proud of myself that I was able to get through the really, really tough points of the journey so far. So I just think that's so important. And for anyone that has gone through a weight loss journey, I know that you know exactly that feeling of just looking back and just seeing how far you've come. Number 3 is the chances of you putting the weight back on is really going to be minimal if you do this naturally versus if you do it with a weight loss drug. So I wanted to make sure I looked this up, so I'm going to put it on the screen. But a recent JAMA Network open analysis found the vast majority of people quit taking these drugs within 2 years, such as stops in treatment, often reverses weight loss and health gains. So unless you really do plan on taking these medications forever or a very, very long time, the chances of you gaining that weight back and losing all the health benefits of losing all that weight is just going to be higher than if you did it without the medication. And just knowing that in the back of my mind just makes me really happy I didn't do the medication. And I say that because my habits were more similar towards binge eating. I really felt like the binge eating was the thing that was constantly holding me back. And I know for a fact that if I took that weight loss medication and just stopped eating that much food because of the medication, I would have a lot of trouble getting back into real life if I stopped taking the medicine, because I really wouldn't have learned the habits of how to eat correctly if I did the medication. I don't think I would have had that chance to really make the corrections for myself. Binge eating is like a drug, and taking the medication can really curb a lot of those symptoms, but unless you have a fantastic support system behind you and you have the healthy habits of what you need to do off that medication, it's going to be extremely hard to implement really, really good eating habits when you're just not taking it anymore. Just knowing those things about myself is just another reason why I'm a big proponent of natural weight loss instead of doing it medicated. Number 4 is that you have just built this unshakable confidence in yourself. When you lose the weight naturally, you feel like you just earned so much of your success, and you just feel like no one can take that away from you. Doing the groundwork, doing the dirty work for the weight loss is the hardest part. I really do believe making changes in the kitchen, moving daily, like it's really, really tough work mentally. And if you can get through that, your confidence is just gonna shoot through the roof. You're just not going to be the same person that you were. Looking back at who I was before I started my journey and who I am now, I'm just not the same person anymore. I'm just really not. And I just feel a power within myself that I didn't have because I just know I can just get through a lot of things now. I know I can just get through anything. So I don't think I would have had that if I did it with the medication. And my last point is you really discover who you really are by doing it naturally. You know, when you're losing the weight and going on this journey, you're really rewriting the entire story about yourself. because you're just changing. And when you start going through this weight loss journey, you're really starting off small. So you're thinking, you know, in the beginning, when you're starting this stuff off, all the failures are kind of flooding in. You're thinking to yourself, I'm not good enough. I'm not athletic. I'm not disciplined enough. All these things that you were thinking in the beginning just fade away. You are no longer that person that, you know, was pretty much weak-minded. You are stronger now than you ever have been. And that realization really does begin to spill over in all aspects of your life. You know, if you can get through this, you can get through a lot of really hard stuff. And in the end, the journey, it's really not just about losing weight. It's about gaining a new identity for yourself and learning who you really are and who you really want to be. And when you see how capable you are to be able to lose the weight and do the dirty work on the ground floor, you're just going to be so strong mentally and so unbreakable. And that is so exciting. Thank you so much to you all for watching this video. It's really, really exciting to actually just be able to talk to you guys in the comments. Maybe you're on medication, maybe you're not, but I'd love to hear about your journey in the comments below, about your story, the struggles, and how you're overcoming all of it. I love hearing about you. So feel free to comment below about how it's going for you. I really hope that this video helped you in some way, and I'm excited to just keep making more weight loss videos. I'm still on my journey myself, so feel free to stick around and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.